But anyway, we were talking about Death Stranding before we were talking about. Well, while we were talking about New Vegas, you wanted to tangent. We were talking about Death Stranding, and it got decent review. It didn't get as good as everyone thought it was gonna be.
Yeah, everyone thought it was gonna be like, oh, the next Metal Gear 3,
the next best thing since sliced bread, which it wasn't. Which I heard it still isn't. I heard it's a very good game, but it's not like the very best thing ever.
Everyone I've met described it as like walking and caring. You're like a postman. Everyone describes the game as a postman simulator.
I think it's. I don't know. I don't know. I never played it. I haven't played it, so I can't really.
My friend Miguel told me that it's like walking. It's like QWOP, but you have to also balance a set of boxes.
Jesus.
Whoa! What the heck?
I'm down.
I have seen a lot of memes that compare Norman Reedus or whatever his character name is in the game to Boomer, a la 4chan drinking Monster Energy.
There's also the. I did not
also,
see him.
I don't even know how much context there is to that. I don't know if Conan O'Brien's in the game, so I don't even know if
it's Jeff Keighley from the Game Awards.
Exactly, so I don't know if Monster Energy is actually a power up.
Also, it is. You can drink Monster Energy.
You can drink Monster Energy.
Yeah, that was announced before the game came out.
Okay, that's good. Then they're all real then.
All right, all my problem. Also, I think I will say this, even though I haven't played it, so I can't really speak on the actual quality of the game. I think it's kind of bullshit that it got nominated for Game of the Year.
Already?
Yeah,
it just came out.
Well, the Game Awards are like in a month or something.
Well, think about Smash Ultimate got nominated for Game of the Year.
That's justified though, because it's one of the best-selling games. It was one of the best-selling games.
It's the best-selling fighting game, period.
Yeah, but it got beat by Pokemon Sword and Shield, the debut in Japan at least. But I don't want. You can't get it unless you get the key, which is I don't want to buy the key. It's not worth it. It's just gold pine resin. I forgot about that.
How did you forget about the flaming barrels, the classic bit? What were you saying?
What was I saying? I was talking about how I didn't want to talk about Pokemon Sword and Shield.
So let's talk about Pokemon Sword. I couldn't finish it, so never mind. We don't have to talk about it.
We were talking about how it's bullshit that Death Stranding got nominated for Game of the Year. I still think that's kind of bullshit because the game literally just fucking came out.
I like Kojima a lot. I really respect him. So this is not bandwagon Kojima hate. But I think if a game literally just came out, it does not deserve to get nominated for Game of the Year.
I feel like that's fair.
No matter who directed it. Yeah, he's a genius and all that, but still, it's not really fair to the rest of the competition.
Well, the thing is, Outer Worlds also got nominated, which I think is kind of bullshit, because that also just came out.
That would be like if... What is the most famous movie? Casablanca? Citizen Kane?
Citizen Kane, probably.
That would be like if...
You don't even know who made it, so you can't even make the...
No, that would be like if that would be like if Happy Time Murders came out all year and everyone, for the sake of the hypothetical, said, "Oh yeah, best movie of the year, best movie came out in January this year. It's definitely gonna win movie of the year."
Mm-hmm.
And then the day before, 2 weeks before the best movie of all time, the Oscars. 2 weeks before the Oscars, Casablanca comes out, and everyone says, "Oh, never mind this." You know that's not fair.
It's also, but the thing is, it's because the Oscars and the Grammys, they have like a cutoff date, where it's like if something came out after the cutoff date, then it'll just get it'll be at the next year's awards. But the Game Awards don't have that. It's because they're not an official thing. It's not like an academy and everything. It's just a fake ass thing made for hype and marketing.
How did that hit you?
Because I wasn't looking at him, so it probably connected.
Climb back up the ladder where he can't reach you.
Yeah, it's like I have to go back around. Oh, I'm so glad that didn't hit me.
Yeah, that would have knocked you off the cliff, huh?
Is that gonna hit me? Nope.
Nope.
But yeah, the Game Awards. The moral of the story is the Game Awards are just for marketing, kind of like E3. I don't know. I also feel like that's something that should be said, that if you shouldn't be buying tickets to E3 really.
Unless you want the quote-unquote experience, you shouldn't buy tickets to E3 anymore, anyway.
Also, if you're anybody, you'll get invited regardless. So if you're anybody, you'll get invited. I guess it's for the experience, but whatever. You also beat the first boss. He's really fucking easy.
That's a Homeward Bone?
Yeah, it's what you used to return to the last bonfire you rested at.
It's Homeward Bound, The Incredible Journey on Disney Channel. Was that movie Disney Channel?
Disney Plus. You're thinking of Homeward Bound? Yeah, it's all of...
Yeah, Homeward Bound.
Yeah.
The Incredible Journey, where it's like the 3 dogs. No, it's 2 dogs
And a cat.
and a cat.
Yeah, that was Disney.
A wisecracking young dog, an old and wise old dog.
Character.
It's him. He's the only Dark Souls character to have an amiibo. If you scan the amiibo, you can unlock the Sun Pose and Dark Souls Remastered on Nintendo Switch, available at your local gaming store. What did he even give you?
He gave me a white soap zone, which allows me to, it lets me, basically be summoned.
Can you kill him?
Yes, but you shouldn't.
Because he's a friend?
Well, he's a friend, he's also really hard, and he's also the next boss fight. He's, pretty stupid if you don't have him.
He's the next
He's
boss
everyone's
fight?
favorite part of the game.
Why? It's just a bridge. What is this, the Bridge of Eldin from Twilight Princess? Oh! Fire?
Yeah, there's just no way to dodge that your first time.
He killed all the enemies. Holy crap.
Yeah. Oh, this thing kills enemies too?
Never
I
mind.
like it.
I like it. I like it. He likes it?
Here's why everyone loves this game.
Kick ladder?
Because it's the world is all connected. And now we're here again.
Oh, we're back at the Undead Burg?
Yeah.
Look at
That's
that.
why everyone likes this game.
It's like Super Mario Sunshine.
Yep. What the fuck was I doing?
What are some games that you think would benefit from having a connected world? Like off the top of your head.
Super Mario Odyssey.
Super Mario Odyssey, big quotes, does have a connected world though.
Not really. It's all segmented. Just because there's no hub world doesn't mean it's not. Doesn't mean it's connected. I don't know. Skyward Sword.
Once again, does have a connected world, but that's kind of weird.
It's a fake connected world.
This is gonna sound weird coming from the Zelda guy. You know, a big Zelda fan.
PBG.
You're right. Just because you can see Death Mountain from Farron Woods does not mean it's a connected world.
I mean, Ocarina of Time's kind of a connected world.
You're right. Ocarina of Time is kind of a connected world.
It's more connected than Skyward Sword is what I'm trying to say.
You're right. It's not segmented. You can walk there.
Right.
See those mountains back there? You can actually walk there.
I like to parry guys with spears because they're really annoying if you don't. Alright, here's a really annoying part of the game. I hope I don't die.
Why would you die?
Fun.
Oh, that's why? Hey, me in the future editing this video, play the Rats song.
Please play the video of the guy going.
Yeah, I'm a weirdo.
Princess Poison. It's a really good video.
You're gonna have to link me that so I can actually edit it, you
I'll probably
dingus.
find it. Nuts.
Oh, you're in the Undead
Here's
Parish.
another really annoying part. Let's see if I can do it.
Oh, isn't that the rat that like shoots you with a projectile? No, wait, that's the rat that like comes after you, right?
Nope.
That's not a rat. That's a warthog of some sort.
Okay, well I'm stuck between. Okay, I'm dead. Cool. He didn't drop the thing.
Didn't drop the thing? What do you mean by that?
Let's see if it's. Oh, nope. There it goes. If you're quick and crafty enough, you can get behind the gate before he closes it, and you don't have to go through the underground section, which is kind of annoying. But I didn't make it, and it's only available the first time you go down there. So now I have to go through the underground section. It's not anything. It's like a 2-minute detour, but it's just really annoying.
You made a friend. Oh, never mind. Friends don't stab friends.
Okay, I missed the parry, so...
That's the first lesson you learn in school. Friends don't stab friends.
Yep.
See, I knew a guy in elementary school, named... His name was Naive, or Naive. I don't know. He's Mexican, so I don't know. I never knew how to pronounce his name.
Navi.
Navi?
No, I don't know. You didn't tell me how to spell it. I would have no way how to pronounce it.
It's pronounced similarly to Naive.
Anyways.
He once stabbed me with a colored pencil because I wouldn't share my colored pencils in class.
But he had his own colored pencils. He was able to stab you, obviously.
He didn't. He wanted mine. I had peach, and there was only one peach colored pencil, so he wanted it, so he stabbed me with his brown to try to get me to drop it.
That's symbolic, dude.
Why? Because he was brown?
And you were peach.
And I was peach. Wait, yeah, dude, deep symbolism.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like us. Look, hey, look at us. Look at us, huh?
You ever think we'd be here? I didn't.
Not me.
It's good put the Paul Rudd Hot Ones bit in there where he looks like Keanu Reeves. He grew his hair and beard out. It's down here?
Play the Pee-wee's Big Adventure music. Be free.
Ooh, mystery key.
Mystery key. Mystery key, mystery key. What will you find? You already know what it will find.
Yeah, I know.
But not
obviously.
me. If you could have any celebrity, if you could wake up in this world and any celebrity of your choosing is now your dad, who do you pick?
Not my dad! Him.
That boy is like literally 10 years old.
It's alright.
How did he die up here?
You were talking about the boy.
No.
I don't know. He probably fell.
That's a very specific way to die. I'm gonna crack my knuckles.
This is ASMR roleplay.
I remember one time I was eating dinner with my family, as I tend to do, and I hadn't cracked my knuckles all day, so I cracked my knuckles like this. You can't see, but he can. Like this, and they all cracked at once. And my sister looked at me and said, "Are you okay? Do you need to go to a hospital?"
She literally screamed crying.
No, she didn't scream
But
crying.
I think of that one SpongeBob clip.
Oh yeah, where he like cracks his
all his
knuckles and
fingers.
his fingers like crack open and you can see his bones.
It's funny.
He literally screams crying, goes, "Ah!"
Yeah,
Goes
that's
to Weenie Hut General.
And he sticks his hands in the ice cream.
Yep.
It's a good bit.
What can I offer you another
Here's
coral
Papyrus.
shake? Yeah, Papyrus, I will capture the humans. Is this voice annoying yet? Because one YouTuber did it, now every fucking one dies!
It's because it sounds like Skeletor. That's why everyone did the voice.
Joel did it because he's actually known for doing Skeletor voices, and then Ross of Cuck Grumps did it.
That's not what it's called.
Yes, it is. And then everyone else decided to do it. Ow! You hear that?
No, you were literally just saying how cracking your knuckles doesn't hurt.
No, I didn't crack my knuckles. I cracked my toe. I looked at the screen. I cracked my toe.
You ever crack your toes?
Yeah.
It's very interesting. Yeah, because you just did it. Anyways, yeah, it's interesting. It's exactly the same experience as cracking your knuckles, except you don't do it as often. So your joints are often more stiff,
Mm-hmm.
and you also don't be using your toes for anything.
Or like you come home from like a 7-up. Who is this character? He looks like Sam from Lord of the Rings, the animated version.
He's Petrus of Thorland.
Oh, hello, Petrus of Thorland. You know what he looks like? He looks like Coconut Head from Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide.
He said, "If you know, I prefer to keep my distance, so we're not going to talk to him again. But if you talk to him again, he gives you a gold coin.
Well, then talk to him
Not
again.
a gold coin, a bronze coin. Well, we don't need him yet. We don't need the coin yet, so it's irrelevant.
You could get antique coin here.
It's not an antique coin; it's just bronze.
It's a bronze coin.
Do we have any armor to put on?
Isn't
Oh,
that,
I forgot we got armor.
Did you? That was the whole reason you went to that Blight Town. You
Yeah,
dork.
I didn't put any of it on. Let's see how we roll.
You look like a wizard.
So yeah, no, we have this armor. This armor is mainly for magic casters, but since it's easy to get early game, I always grab it.
Magic? You can use magic in this game? How so?
Yeah, no one likes to do it, which is why you've never heard of it. I think it's fun. It's not very useful though. You need to spec in it, and you need to have certain items. You need to have a cast. You need to have a staff for casting.
Yeah.
And you need to have spells.
Spells?
Yeah, and in this one, spells have a limited amount of uses.
As opposed to...
In Dark Souls 3, where you have a separate magic bar, and you can spec your Estus flasks into restoring magic versus health.
What, like in Zelda?
Yes.
You know, speaking of Zelda...
Okay, I dodged, but whatever.
Speaking of Zelda, I was thinking the other day about how Link Between Worlds is literally the best Zelda game to come out in like the last 10 years.
Yep, I've been saying this. It's my favorite one.
I've always been a long-standing sayer that Link's Awakening was one of, if not my favorite Zelda games, because of how original and unique it is. But
Okay, he's dead.
in terms of... Because it's like, I really love Link's Awakening, but I also love Link Between Worlds.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of my favorites. When I bought the game, I played it continuously. I stayed up all night and got halfway through the game.
Mm-hmm.
My first
Me
time
too.
playing it. I really love that game. I love the world. I love the characters that it takes place in. I was listening to my liked playlists, and one of the songs from Link Between Worlds was there, and then I listened to the entire soundtrack. Because people say, like, oh, it's reused assets from a Link to the Past, when no, that game was sprites. You can't reuse sprites, but they always mean like, oh, reused world from A Link to the Past,
which is fair.
It's
but...
yeah, because it's a callback, but it's also a sequel, so that makes sense. We were talking about in the car, what, yesterday?
Yeah,
2 days ago. 2 days ago?
Yeah.
About how
almost every 3D Zelda game leans on Ocarina of Time to an extent.
When the Majora's Mask, the game that is literally built and reuses the most from Ocarina of Time, leans on it the least. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, story-wise. Like, yeah, it reuses character models and everything, but it leans on it.
You went on like a 5-minute tangent. You want to revisit that a little bit?
Yeah, how it's literally, how every single, like, because, okay, Wind Waker also doesn't lean on Ocarina of Time. It's other than Ganondorf and Zelda and the things that you expect from Zelda, it doesn't really lean on Ocarina
other than
of Time.
Ganondorf being the same from Ocarina of Time.
Yes, and also the musical instrument that can do magic shit. Like, other than stuff that you would expect, it doesn't really lean on Ocarina of Time that much. It does try to be a bit more unique, which I give it credit for. But every other Zelda game, to an extent, leans on Link to the Past, Ocarina of Time.
Especially Twilight Princess.
Twilight Princess that's what everyone's biggest complaint is, that Twilight Princess is pretty much just a remake of Ocarina. It's a reboot of Ocarina of Time. It's also my least favorite 3D Zelda.
I'm an active considering how the majority consensus of Twilight Princess is that it's good, I don't know if I should call myself a Twilight Princess defender.
It's just that there are the people who don't like it are just, they really don't like it. Like me,
they're a very vocal minority.
I really do not like Twilight Princess at all. But I think
we both really like Skyward Sword. So.
I think the controls
I don't know if
are
that
probably the worst aspect of it.
Do you think that diminishes our opinion?
I think that's still a controversial opinion to say that you like Skyward Sword.
Still? In current year of 2019.
Yeah, I think that's still a controversial.
By the time this video goes up, it might already be New Year's. So.
Yeah, I don't know. We don't have a timer or anything, so we might have been recording for this might have been like 4 hours already.
I don't think it was 4 hours. We might have been recording for probably an hour and a half.
We're pretty good into the game.
Oh, I hear him. I hear the blacksmith. Go visit him.
We're doing good time. This is Andre the blacksmith.
It's Andre the Giant.
That's Sen's Fortress over there. That area is it's a real pain in the ass to get through your first time there. It's actually what made me stop playing Dark Souls 1 for a little while. It's a real pain in the ass to get through. But
this spot right here,
this area, Sen's Fortress, which we don't have to go through after. We're not anywhere close to it. We still have to beat 2 more bosses. I don't know if I want to do the long way, because the long way will get more gameplay, but I'm also not super experienced with the catacombs. And what were we talking about?
Twilight Princess and how it was controversial to like Skyward Sword still.
Yeah, it's still controversial.
Even though it came out 8 years ago.
It's just because I feel like, I don't know. I feel like I don't even know if the general consensus is that the game would be. I don't even know if the general consensus is that the game would be good if the controls were better. I feel like that's a fair statement to make, though.
Everyone says that, oh, the game would be better if it used a traditional control scheme, which it would be, but also everyone also forgets that the game was technically rushed and that there was a whole 4th area that was completely cut from development. It's why you visit all 3 areas 3 separate times. That's a big character over there. And
that's also a problem, though, is that towards the end it starts to drag a little bit.
It starts to drag towards the end. Even though you technically visit new areas, it's still the same area, but in a different spot. You fight the imprisoned like 4 times. That's what everyone makes fun of it for. And you can't fly during the night.
It's because they wanted to get it out before the Wii died.
And there was nothing in the sky to do. There was like maybe 3 minigames.
Even though that was a problem in Wind Waker. Well, people gave Wind Waker shit for that too.
Now there's not much. Well,
that's what everyone gives Wind Waker shit for still. That the sailing is boring. Like that's the thing. Everyone either loves Wind Waker because you can go, it's so fun to sail and everything, or everyone gives it shit. It's like, oh, there's nothing to do when you sail and like find treasure.
Which is technically incorrect because every single map space on the ocean has an. Where did that guy come from?
He followed me from outside.